Hello dear students. Today in this video we will discuss a beautiful nature poem After the Storm written by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth. Who was he? William Wordsworth is one of the most important English poets and a founder of Romantic movement of English literature, a style of writing that focuses on emotions and imagination. Wordsworth became known as a lakeland poet because of the area where he lived, which is renowned for its beautiful wild landscapes, charming pastures, and countless lakes. He was often called a nature poet because of his emphasis on the connection between the humans and natural world. That is the reason William Wordsworth loved nature and has written many poems describing the beauty and bounty of nature. He became widely successful and was named Poet Laureate of England in 1843. Let us now read the poem After the Storm by William Wordsworth. There was a roaring in the wind all night. The rain came heavily and fell in floods. But now the sun is rising calm and bright. The birds are singing in the distant woods. Over his own sweet voice, the stock dove broods. The jay makes answer as the magpie chatters. And all the air is filled with pleasant noise of waters. All things that love the sun are out of doors. The sky rejoices in the morning's birth. The grass is bright with raindrops on the moors. The hare is running races in her mirth, and with her feet she from the plashy earth raises a mist that glittering in the sun runs with her all the way wherever she doth run. There was a roaring in the wind all night. The rain came heavily and fell in floods. In these two lines, the poet is describing a stormy night. Roaring in the wind means that the wind was blowing with a great speed, and the sound that was coming due to the strong wind is compared to the roaring. Strong wind was accompanied with heavy rainfall, and due to heavy rainfall, all the area was covered with water. There was storm and rain the last night. But now the sun is rising calm and bright. Calm means peaceful. In this line, the poet describes the morning after a stormy night. Last night there was storm, heavy rainfall, loud sounds, but the morning has come up with calm and brightness. There is no roaring, there is no heavy rainfall. Everything is beautiful, bright, and peaceful. Over his own sweet voice, Stockdove broods. The jay makes answer as the magpie chatters. Here, distant means far off, woods means a small forest. Stockdove, jay, magpie are the birds of different kind. Brood means the bird sits on its egg to hatch them. Here, after a stormy night, a beautiful morning has come up, and the poet is able to see the beauty of the morning. He can see different animals doing different activity. Here he can see that the bird is sitting on its egg to hatch them. At the same time, he can hear the chirping of jay and magpie. But for him, he is comparing their chirping with humans. As we can talk with each other, he says that the jay is giving answer or replying to magpie when magpie is asking anything in return. So, the poet here says that the birds are talking to each other. And all the air is filled with pleasant noise of waters. Waters here stands for different water bodies such as rivers, lakes, streams. And if we talk about noise, noise is usually an unpleasant sound, especially if it is loud enough to fill the air. Then why the poet is talking about pleasant sound? Last night there was a stormy night, a night full of roaring winds, and heavy rain. The sound was unpleasant. But the morning has come up with beautiful, calm, and bright morning. The air is filled with gently flowing water sound. Everything is calm and beautiful. Here, the poet says that it depends on how and where the sound comes from, and also the mood we are in at the time. If we are happy and the scene around us is beautiful, happiness spreads, and all the noises we hear become happy sounds. So, here the poet says that though the last night was filled with loud, terrifying noise, but the morning is filled with sounds of gently flowing water. All things that love the sun are out of doors. The sky rejoices in morning's birth. The grass is bright with raindrops on the moor. Moors here stand for high open area of land covered with rough grass and wild plants. Last night was a stormy night, and all the animals and birds were scared and were hiding in their home. But this morning has brought them new life, new hope. The daylight is being enjoyed by the creatures that love the sun. A new day has come up with new hope and joy. The grass is covered with the raindrops, and the weather is beautiful, the scene is beautiful, and all the animals and birds are enjoying the nature. The hare is running races in her mirth, and with her feet she from the plashy earth. Here hare is an animal which looks like rabbit. Mirth means merriment or joy. Plashy means with pools or puddles of water. So on this beautiful morning, after a stormy night, animals are out and they are enjoying the nature. And poet can see a hare. She is running with joy and excitement from one place to another and enjoying the nature. And when she is running, she is jumping into the pools or puddles of water. Raises a mist that glittering in the sun, runs with her all the way wherever she doth run. Here mist stands for a spray of droplets or particles of water. Glittering means shining or sparkling. Doth means it is an old form of does. So when the poet sees that the hare is running here and there in the pools of puddles and water, the hare's running feet throws up a small cloud of water drops. This shines in the sunlight and follows the hare as it runs. So the grass gleams with dew, and the hare raises a mist as she races across the wet earth. So in this poem, the poet describes the morning after a severe storm. The sun is now shining brightly, and the birds are singing in their sweet songs. While the previous night was filled with sounds of heavy rains, the morning is now filled with the sound of gently flowing water. The late daylight is being enjoyed by the creatures that love the sun. The grass gleams with dew, and the hare raises a mist as she races across the wet earth.